We'll gather around, feel the love come down. Blue elephant is strong. Together.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is part 2 in our whimsical water fountain that I was inspired by Wendy at Pembridge Crafts. What I want to do today is we are still making some of the inside, or what I plan to be on the inside of my fountain. And I am using 3 molds that I made, so I cannot link them below anywhere. And then I'm also using some eco casting powder, and we're gonna mix this up really well. Now, if you've never used eco casting powder, to me it's very similar to like a ceramic type deal. And in my experience, I've done a lot of painting on resin and on this as well. It's a little bit easier to get your paint coverage on this, so that's why we're going the route of the eco powder. And it is typically a 10-to-3 ratio, 10 parts powder to 3 parts water, and you mix it up. Now, it is done by weight. I have done this enough now that I kind of pretty much know the consistency that I'm looking for, that it should be. I'm not saying don't follow the directions. You do you, and I will do me. I've never had an issue with it, so I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear and just kind of feel it out. I did mix it really well, and I am pouring it into my molds. Now, these molds are super, super detailed molds, and I am going to make sure that I fill them up about halfway, and then I'm going to take my dotting tool and go in there and make sure that the eco powder has had a chance to get into all of the nooks and crannies of each one of these molds. Now, the mold that I'm working on now is brand new. Like, I just made it, and hindsight, I used the wrong silicone for it, and I knew it, but it's what I had, so that's what I used. Honestly, I should have used a silicone with a sureness of 0A instead of this one, because it's a little stiff for what I'm doing. Now, it was a worry when I went to demold it that I was going to break this. For resin, I don't think it'll be an issue at all. Now, as far as like being able to dust it with mica, once you see what it is, I don't know how you would do that with this particular mold, honestly. I mean, could it be done? Sure, maybe. Even with a softer silicone, possibly, but not with the silicone that I used. It's fine. It's going to work for what I kind of have it, you know, in my mind that I need to do with it. But this is the little boat and oar that I made. I think it's super, super, super cute. Um, a little wonky. I did get one air bubble on the side of the boat, but that's fine. These are just little tree stumps. And again, I really, really love them. Now, I have used the tree stumps before. The boat, I've had the mold for a while, but haven't used it. And this is what I'm talking about, because this stuff, I didn't wait. I waited like about 45 minutes to an hour for this to set up. I was worried that some of these little parts on my gnome would kind of, break off when I was demolding it because of how stiff my mold is. So for that reason, for eco casting, I think that maybe it was the wrong silicone. Now, like I said, for resin, it's fine. Now, on this guy, I don't know if it is because air bubbles got trapped. It kind of looks like it, that he's missing all of his toes and half of his ear, except for he had his middle toe was sticking up. But I don't want him to be flipping everybody off with his toe, so I'm gonna go ahead, and when I sand him down and sand off all the rough edges, I am going to just sand all of the toes kind of flat, so he's missing them all. Normally, if this was a piece that I was doing as a single piece by itself to set out, I would just recast it. But because it's going to go inside the fountain, at least as far as I'm concerned right now, once I actually go to assemble the fountain, we'll see how it plays out. Um, I don't think you're gonna notice. So I'm not super overly concerned of the fact that he's missing his toes and half his ears. He's fine. He's fine. It'll be okay. but we are going to go through and paint all of this stuff up. Now, what I was saying about the mold is because I haven't cast it before, I don't know if maybe it didn't cast properly and there's an issue with the mold. So I will cast it again at some point in resin just to see. There are lots of spaces for bubbles to get trapped, whether it be in resin or with your eco casting powder. So it could just be that it had nowhere to go and I didn't bash it around enough and take enough time to make sure that I got all of the bubbles out and you brought them to the surface. So I don't know. We'll see. But again, for this project, it doesn't necessarily matter. Now I am going to paint each one of these pieces. I will leave the undersides of all of them except for the oars done because the water still needs to evaporate. And honestly, I wasn't thinking about the fact that I needed to leave at least half of the oar unpainted so that it has a way to escape. So hopefully nothing will happen with that. I'm really not sure. But I will leave the undersides unpainted for now so the water can continue to evaporate out of these pieces over the next couple of days while I am, still working on getting everything else put together for this. I do think these little gnomes are super, super cute, and I'm really, really happy with them, bubbles and all. I mean, they are adorable, and I had a lot of fun painting them. But at this point, I'm just going to kind of bounce off while I go through the process of painting them and bringing them to life, and then I'll be back towards the end.
Out in the garden where the sun shines bright. Ooh yeah, a little gnome's jamming, what a funky sight. Say what? Water's flowing, got that rhythm in its spread. It's a groovy fountain party every single day. Splash, splash, drip, drop, do the gnome groove. Everybody's dancing, got nothing to prove. Let's move. Twisting by the fountain, feel the funky sound. The gnome's got the magic, spinning all around. He's got a red hat and a wicked little grin. Tap into the beat, let the funk begin. Come on. Water shimmy, shammy, bouncing to the bass. That gnome's got the groove, he's rocking this place. Splash, splash, drip, drop, do the gnome groove. Everybody's dancing, got nothing to prove. Let's move. Twisting by the fountain, feel the funky sound. The gnome's got the magic, spinning all around. The moonlight hits the water just right. Funky gnomes grooving all through the night, yeah. With a wink and a nod, he pulls you in. The fountain's got a rhythm, let the fun begin. Splash, splash, drip, drop, do the gnome groove. Everybody's dancing, got nothing to prove. Let's move. Twisting by the fountain, feel the funky sound. The gnome's got the magic, spinning all around. There's a fountain flowing, oh, so spry. Snails in a conga, waving high. Say what? Frogs doing flips, landing with the plop. Gnomes tapping toes, they just can't stop. Oh, funky fountain, you're the show. Where the snails and the frogs let their rhythm flow. With flowers bloom
as I kind of just finish these up, I'm just doing the painting portion of it now, kind of like last video where I didn't get into a whole lot of detail. Some of the detail work, like with the shadowing and stuff like that, that's not going to change. So that part I am going to do. But as far as any little accents, like I really think that maybe I'd like to possibly even on the one that his foot, he's missing all his toes, maybe put a butterfly or something like that just kind of perched on his toe. I think that would look cute and kind of just, hide the fact that he is missing all of them. But I don't want to do that until I get closer to the point where I am putting everything together. That kind of last minute stuff can wait until then because I don't know how my mind changes all the time. And you know I have a vision in my head right now, and I know I kind of haven't shared a whole lot of it with you, but it's ever evolving, right? Just like as you're working on like a resin piece or whatever, things change and you end up going in a different route. And I don't want to commit to something that maybe it's going to shift and alter and progress as I work on the bits and pieces for it. Like I said, this is going to be one of my largest projects, most time-consuming projects that I've done thus far in my resin journey. And I have a certain thing in my mind, but I don't want to have to stay with that. I want to be able to, evolve it however wherever my brain takes me, I guess, essentially. So we're gonna all kind of find out together how this is gonna come together and take part and just see what happens. Now I'm pretty sure next video we're gonna be working on some more of the bigger aspects of it, not the actual fountain itself. That will be the end piece of the series, but just some of the bigger things that I want to include in on it and see how they turn out. So if you are enjoying this kind of series for a bigger project, let me know if it's something that maybe you'd like to see more of. Not obviously not the same exact thing, but see more of these kind of bigger things in the future, or if you're just, a one and done type person. Either way, let me know in the comments below. That is pretty much a wrap on this one, guys. Like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. I will see you on Saturday in the next one. Love ya. Bye.
Blue elephant is strong. Together we belong. In every comment right, you lift me to new heights. Your support, it's clear, gives me reason to cheer. Blue elephant crew, this one's all for you. You make dreams come true with everything you do. Each subscriber's heart playing a vital part. Videos we share, showing how much we care. Likes and shares, they grow. You make the channel